Foundation International. I'd like to welcome you to the next iteration of our weekly ifascope. I must tell you, I was very, very, on edge, needles and pins, from getting ready for this cast, because it has been such a difficult time over the last, say 2 months or so, to get everybody focused, to get everybody, on point, working hard, and most of all, when they do all of that, they get all of the wonderful results. When they don't do that, then we're spending our time digging our way out. Sure, we can take it from here to here, and we can make everything okay, but it isn't quite the same. I mean, there is a difference, by the way. When you come array on path, things flow for you. When you come EB, part of your energy is devoted to getting yourself back on path. Then you can go forward and get most of what the Odu is bringing you. But basically, you certainly would like to, be on path, and putting 2 in a row together seemed to be an almost insurmountable task. It's a task, by the way, that I want to pause for a moment and invite all of you to, speaking of tasks, to join my wife, Iavasa, and the host of Aluos and Initiates and people who just stopped in to visit, for her Wednesday night Ifa Prime. It is certainly not the only one available, but the only one I'm aware of that you can ask anything, you can ask nothing. But what you do ask, you'll get a host of opinions and an absolutely honest answer. There's no secrets, there's nothing you can't ask, there's no impertinence. Ask. Because that's how IFA grows. IFA grows through people working together, combining their interests, their knowledge. All right? So, if you're fortunate enough to have an invite from my wife, then keep going. If not, you can write her at ifafoundation.org. Look for the contact form and go for Ian Ife, Vasa, and say, hey, your husband says I should give this a chance, and so that's what I'm doing. So can you please arrange to give me the credentials to get in the webcast, and I'll let you know. And I'm sure you'll let her know that it was a great experience. So, that, as my wife, used to say, that's how we roll. So I guess we could roll a little to do that. By the way, you're going to miss out on this week's topic, which is the diet. We've never done anything like that before, but it's about how the diet, your choice of foods, and you're working with your ancestors, and you're working with the Orisha and things, in certain ways can make just tremendous differences. And by the way, if you have missed any segment that you really would like to hear it again, once again, contact my wife and say, oh, I'd love to have a transcript of that, so that I could see it. And all you need, by the way, is your telephone. That works fine, or basically a computer with hopefully a webcam on it, but you can be on camera or off camera, whatever you want. But do stop by. It's really I think it's going to be an experience that broadens your whole concept of what Ifa and Orisha work should and can be. In the meantime, back to our our trepidation for this week. And it was something that, looked like it could be trouble because it was Oturapan Osa. And the minute I saw that, I started to say, oh my God, not Oturapan Osa, because that's a tough Odu. I mean, Oturapan is about using good character. And when I see that right away, I think, oh my God, perhaps they're not. And on the emotional spiritual side, it's Osa, and that is sudden positive change. So probably it was, how much I care for people that I have met and haven't yet met over the years, but I really wanted to see you close this one out, get it correctly, and by God, you did, because the array was Obi-Meiji. And when I saw that, I went, okay, you got it, guys. At least 2 weeks in a row now. Perhaps we can get on a roll and start, adding up all the points. So we will see. The area of impact is going to be relationships. And that had a sense of familiarity with the Oturapan Sa, because what it said is that we are making the kinds of accommodations that may or may not be what we normally do or what we think about, in our relationship areas, but here it's something we can do and it'll work. And by golly, it does work, and it does work for relationships. And to make it even more dramatic, when asked about the excuse me, the Orisha whom we have to thank for all of this, it was Oya, and it came out Obi-Meiji. 2 Obi-Meijis, 1 cast, not bad. Now, there's a little consternation on that, because with all those Obi-Meijis and the sudden positive change, you want to be somewhat cautious. Be prepared that there may be some upheaval, etc., but it's all good. Go for it. Go for the change. Keep your character in mind, and enjoy the fruits of Oya's labors. If you're lucky enough to have an Oya, take her down. 1 glass of cool water, not 10, don't put a cross in them or anything like that. A glass of cool water, all right? And offer Oya a single eggplant. Take the eggplant and put it in front of her, and pray to Oya for all of the things that she could bring us, all of the, the wonders that sudden positive change can bring to us, how good character can bring them to us, and how in the end, it's why people say Ifa can perform miracles. Until next time, love and blessings.